Good morning. It is Sunday, the 11th. Is that right? Daylight Savings Day. So time is springing forward because spring hopefully is on her way. The weather has been so crazy here in South Carolina. Warm one week, cold the next week, warm half the week, rain for 2 weeks, just crazy. I actually don't have my phone with me, so I honestly don't know what day it is. Is it the 11th? Wait, my concert was the 8th. Saturday was the 9th. So today's the 10th? I think that's right. Today's the 10th of March, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what's already on my face. And then I decided I'm going to use the Born to Run palette today for my eye look. I just feel like using this palette. So we're going to do it. For primer, I have on the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. Came in BoxyCharm. I really like this a lot. It's the only primer I've been using lately. For foundation, I have two foundations. One, I had to mix two shades. This is the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Infallible 24 up to 24-hour foundation. I have to mix the shades 530 and 525 together. And then I mixed in a little bit of the Cover FX Power Play in the shade G110. I mixed in a little bit of this today. But those are the foundations I have on, and I apply those with a damp sponge. To set my face, I first went in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in the shade Honey, and I use this under my eyes and on my eyelids just to brighten the center of my face. I love, love, love this powder. I think it's great, and there's so much product in here. I will probably have this for like another 18 months, not even joking. Oh, it has a 12-month shelf life. Basically, I will have this all the way until like 2021, I think, because there's so much product in here. It is huge and it's very heavy. Then I mix together my Tarte Foundation Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation Powder in the shade Rich Sand with my Wowder in the shade Rich. I did mostly Wowder and Rich, like 3/4 this, 1/4 the Tarte, and I mixed them together in the actual Fenty Beauty cap because it's nice and flat and it's wide. I mix these two together, and that's what I use to set the perimeter of my face, also using a damp sponge, but I use my Real Techniques body sponge, the really big one, and I press that powder into my skin, and it gave such a pretty finish to the skin. Love, love, love. I've been loving using loose powders during the week. And if I'm in a rush, I'll use a pressed powder. Or if I'm just feeling lazy. All right, all right, all right. Oh, I was like, what else is on my face? Highlighter. For highlight, I used Becca, since someone requested it in the previous video and I went with something else. I was like, let me use it today. I have on Becca Champagne Pop. I really like Champagne Pop on my skin tone. There's probably a little bit of Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife also mixed in there because that's what I wore yesterday and I used the same brush. But it's mostly Champagne Pop and I have it applied quite softly in my opinion. This side is a little bit more intense, but I didn't want it to be too much because it's daytime. I'm going to church and I just feel like a softer look today. I don't know why. It's just how I feel. By the way, bowling was great. I went bowling last night with the church people who I'm going to go see this morning. And then we went to Shake Shack. I've never been to Shake Shack before. So it was my first time and it was good. It was really good. Kind of reminds me of Freddy's, the way they make their burgers. I'm going to clean off my nose ring. This one, I put in a different one, a new one. This one's kind of dangerous because it has so many sharp points and edges. My hands are so ashy because I've been washing them so they're clean when I do my makeup, but ignore that. It has so many like sharp points and edges that it easily gets snagged. And I actually, like, I forget I have a nose ring sometimes because I've had it for so many years. It'll actually be 10 years that I've had a nose ring in December. So I forget that it's there sometimes. And I like snagged it and it was like, it really hurt. I thought I might've been bleeding, but I'm not. So thank you, Jesus, for that. And then my brows are the Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. Here's what my brows look like. Let's jump into the eye look. It's currently 8:53. I want to kind of leave early, 9:15. I think I can do that. I use my Jergens In Shower Moisturizer, so my legs are not super, super dry, but I still need to like lotion my whole body and then figure out what I'm going to wear. And then I can go. Bible's already in the car. Everything's ready. I also want to stop. I want to stop at Dunkin' Donuts on the way because it's double points today because it's daylight savings. And I had to reactivate my account. I got logged out. I had to reset my password. So I did all that this morning. So yeah, let's jump into this look. Again, we're going to be using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. And I feel like doing something kind of soft and neutral. It's kind of been my vibe as of late. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Let's do something warm in the crease though. We're going to go in with the shade Baja, which is this shade right here, that nice orange. I'm going to use that as a transition color. I also love the mirror in this palette. It's also got some weight to it. It's very flat. So I feel like that makes it great for traveling if you just want to take one palette with you. And there's a good variety of different shades. So we're going to take Baja on this. It's my Ray Ray brush. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my transition area. It says that it's supposed to get up to 73 degrees today. When I say it, I mean the Weather Channel app that's on the iPhone. It says it's supposed to get up to 73 degrees today and it's supposed to be sunny. But right now it's still dreary outside. It's like overcast and misty rain. It literally feels like we're in Seattle or Portland. And I visited both those places and my family lived in Washington State in the Tacoma SeaTac. Seattle, Tacoma area. And yeah, that's what it feels like here, which is funny because when I went to visit, I always talk about when I went to visit Washington State, it did not rain at all. So it's so funny that it's like raining all the time here in South Carolina for the past like month. Honestly, it's been just so rainy. And I'm over it. I feel like everyone is over it. We're over the rain. We're over the cold. Even though I will say this winter was super mild. Like it was not a cold winter at all. It was very mild here in South Carolina. I think it did snow once, I think. Yeah, it did snow once. But still, it wasn't super cold, at least not consecutively. So that's why I say it's mild because the weather has literally been all over the place. I'm just building this up in the crease. I keep dipping in just because I want to, not because I have to. I feel like when I talk more, I like dip in more. That's probably a thing. But I'm just applying this. I'm going all the way in the crease area. I'm also blending it upwards. All right, that's nice and soft. It's well blended, but you can still see it. I'm trying to think, what do I want to do next? I've got options. I honestly don't want anything too dark. So I'm gonna sit that brush down and I'm gonna go in with the shade Smog. I really like this color. I think I had it in a single once upon a time, or it's in some other Urban Decay palettes I've had, but it's this shade right here. Ooh, you can't even see. This shade right here. It's like gold and bronze together, I feel, or like I don't know how you would describe it. I'm gonna use my finger and apply this to my lid. I've always loved this kind of shade though. I feel like it's so pretty. Because it's not too warm and it's not too cool. I feel like it's a very neutral shimmer. And it's not too bold on my darker skin. I feel like, of course, if you're lighter skin, it's going to show up differently on you. But I don't know. It's kind of a go-to for when I want a softer look, but it's still very shimmery and reflective. So it's really pretty. I'm just going to apply that all over my lid with my finger. And I'm kind of blending out the edges with my finger as well. But I love this shade. I'm like a minimalist when it comes to like how many eye brushes I use. And face brushes, honestly. I've been really into using a sponge for my foundation as of late. And I feel like my results are better. They look more skin-like and more natural in person. I'm making sure that it's nice and opaque, especially like on the lash line. Pretty. All right, taking the brush we used before in the same shade Baja, I'm going to go in and reapply and blend. The two together. So, you know how I did that glittery look for the bowling alley? They didn't even have black lights at this bowling alley. And if they did, they didn't turn them on. But I was really excited to see how it would look like in the black lights. And they didn't even like turn them on or have them, which is okay. It's all good. I had fun. And I really enjoyed the Shake Shack. I'm like, if I'm ever in that area again, that's definitely going to be on the list of places to possibly go eat. It's also right across from Viva Chicken, which I love. Viva Chicken, it is so good. It's so good. I love Viva Chicken. It's supposed to be, I think, Peruvian inspired. My nose is running as usual whenever I'm recording. So annoying. My nose is running. All right. You know, I said I want to keep this very soft and very simple. I'm going to go in with a little bit more smog and just kind of tap it on the lid. Sorry, I'm using my middle finger. I tend to use my middle finger when applying things to my eyes. Out of habit. I prefer the middle finger over the pointer finger when applying eyeshadow. Just applied a little bit more to the lid. And that's it, I think, for the lid. Let's go into the inner corner and lower lash line and see what we're going to do there. I don't know if I want to like pump it up a step, like get a little creative, or no. Let me see what I got in here. Yeah, we can do that. All right. I'm going to take this NYX Professional Slide On Glide On pencil. I'm not even going to read the rest of it. And the shade is called Golden Bronze. And I'm going to put that in my waterline. I love these. These are great. They apply very nicely. And quickly. But I'm going to put this in the waterline. Just kidding. But my eyes are watering. They water quite a bit. I especially notice that they water even more the closer I am to menstruation. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, that should be like this week. Like they're really like, my eyes are very moist right now. Which I guess is good because you don't want dry eyes, which my mother has. So she's already gone through the change. The change. As the older teachers at my school say, she's already been through her personal summer. I shouldn't laugh at that. It's going to happen to me one day. All right. I like this. This is pretty. Okay. I like that idea. All right. All right. So we put that in the waterline, and then I'm going to take, I almost thought I like dug my finger in here. Then I'm going to take the shade Accelerate, which is kind of the same color and an eyeshadow. And I'm gonna smudge that onto the lower lash line with this little detail brush I'm always using. Ugh, I need a mirror that's a little bit taller, so I'm not like hunkering down. This is if I sit up perfectly straight, and this is how I am like trying to look in the mirror I have set up. It's not good for my spine. So I'm gonna take this shadow and smudge it right underneath. Or maybe not, because it's not really adhering or really showing up that much, in my opinion. Well, you can see it's kind of a difference. So I guess it is going on there. But it's literally the same exact shade in an eyeshadow. I have eyeshadow in my eyeball, in both of them, but my eyes aren't sensitive, so they just water. I already explained. I don't have sensitive eyes, so it's like my eyes aren't going to turn red if they get shadow in there or anything like that, but they do water more during this time. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this brush off and we're gonna do the tear duct. For the tear duct, I'm gonna use the shade Stranded from this palette. It's a really pretty light champagne-y shimmer. I just think that'll be pretty. I don't want anything too intense. Like I said, I wanted a softer look today. Whoa, this is very powdery. I was not expecting that much like powderiness, but it is brightening to that inner tear duct, so that's good. Oh my goodness, I'm doing okay on time. Let's have lips and mascara. See, I hate when one side comes out brighter than the other. Like, look, there's a slight difference. That always bothers me. And I'm like, why? Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, that's good enough. I'm gonna take my powder brush and kind of wipe away any fallout that was under my eye, especially in this tear duct area, because that shade was super powdery. And you see how this one is not as bright? Ugh, I hate that. So that means I just need to apply it damp to get the effect that I want. This tear duct must just have been moist. I feel like it always is compared to this side. Okay. My nose is like for real running. Okay, we're done with eyeshadow. So this is like a soft, bronzy, orangey look. Really simple. You could add a wing if you want to make it more intense, but I'm just going to add mascara. I guess I'll put this in here. No, that's too big. Let me put my palette back where it came from. For mascara, let's use NARS, their new one. Let me make sure I stay clothed. I don't even feel like doing the most with my lashes. Just gonna do one coat, I think. Maybe two. I really should curl my lashes because I have decent length. My lashes are somewhat straight and they like gradually curl up. And I feel like if I curled them, I would get more bang out of them. That's okay though. I don't really want to add an additional step to my makeup. Because I'm lazy. Yes, I am lazy. Sometimes. I'm trying really hard not to get this on my lid since it is going to be daytime and well lit. That kind of mistake would show. All right, I'm using the tip to add a little bit more and then I'm done with these upper lashes. I feel like this look would look really pretty with like a jean dress or anything blue. Also with anything green, anything orange, but I feel like just like blues look really good with like orangey gold looks. So I probably will try and wear a jean dress or at least a jean shirt. I don't know if I'm gonna wear pants or if I'm gonna wear a dress. I shaved my legs and it's supposed to be warm, but it's still misty. So I'm like conflicted on like what I should wear. Conflicted. So I don't want to be too cold. I used to not like this mascara, but as I let it, I guess, age and settle, I like it a lot more. Would I buy a full size? No. Would I repurchase a mini? No, I don't like it that much, but it's not like as bad as I thought it was originally. I felt like it took me forever to really build it up, like forever. Whereas right now I'm basically doing one coat and it looks decent. But before I felt like I had to just keep going in and in and in to get the look I wanted. All right, so that's the mascara. These are the eyes. Nice and soft. Simple. Now lips. For lips, I think I'm just gonna go in with this one. The Milani Amore Shine in Temptation number 5. I love these. Look at that color payoff on this gloss. This is such a pretty, deeper nude shade that looks so pretty on dark skin. These are also very comfortable. And I mean, the color payoff is amazing. Like, these are one of my favorite things from the drugstore. They're also not sticky or goopy. They're just amazing. And you don't get those weird strings that some glosses give you. Like, this is such a good gloss. If you like opaque glossy lips for a decent price, I believe these retail for $8.99. I have a lot of them. This is one of my favorites. I get so many compliments when I wear this one. Yeah, it's green dotted. Perfect. This is like one of my go-tos for work when I do a more neutral, natural look like today. Again, this is Temptation Amore Shine Liquid Lip Color from Milani Cosmetics. Love, love, love. So this is the look done. Really simple, really pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a superb and sensational Sunday. I want to tell you about the tea I was drinking. Quick side note. This is one of my new favorite teas. It's called Breakfast in Paris, and it's from Stash, and it's a black tea. The ingredients are blended black teas, lavender, bergamot oil, and vanilla extract. And this stuff is so good. And it's non-GMO. There's no GMOs in this tea. So I really love this tea, Breakfast in Paris. If you like Stash tea, go taste this flavor because it's really, really good. And I will be getting more off Amazon. I like to order my Stash tea on Amazon because you can get a lot really cheap. But I had to share Breakfast in Paris. And it makes me feel fancy because it's like breakfast in Paris, but I'm, here in South Carolina. I don't know. I like it. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Bye.